Yo, how y'all boys doing on this little bit Friday? You know what I'm saying? It might not be Friday for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, y'all probably ain't gonna see this on Friday. It's Halloween though. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I got a Patrick CC video. I saw that joint on my timeline. I thought this would be hard. It said, "Why fast food sucks now?" And I'm not gonna lie, everything I've been eating from McDonald's been ass. Maybe just cause it's McDonald's, but fast food in general been ass. Like I'm not gonna lie, especially McDonald's. Zaxby's been ass too lately. I ain't gonna lie.
Few
Taco
different
Bell
modern
too.
fast food locations with the logos removed, and I want to see if you can guess which restaurant it is. Here is number 1.
Huh?
That is Panda Express. Here is number 2. That is Arby's. Here is number 3. That is Burger King. Here's
Damn.
number 4.
That's Wendy's, ain't it?
That is Wendy's.
Okay, I know that.
Fast food restaurants in America have completely lost their identity, but it doesn't stop at these soulless gray buildings. Fast food used to be cheap, tasty, and most importantly, fast. And on top of that, the experience used to be
Damn,
fun.
McDonald's used to
Today,
look like
the
that.
color is gone. The prices for a meal are almost the same as a regular restaurant.
Damn, $17.59 for a Big Mac. Hold on, where the fuck that's at?
The color is gone. The prices for a
Damn, $17.59 for a Big Mac. Man, that's a 20-piece where I'm at. The fuck?
are almost the same
gonna be
as a
in
regular
Cali.
restaurant, and the service is slower than ever. But this did not happen by accident. In fact,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be talking about a lot. I'm gonna talk a lot in this video. Subway to this day, Subway still hit. Now Subway is an exception. I'm not gonna lie. Subway still hit. Like you can't go wrong with no good ass Subway.
by design. And today I'm going to break down why fast food today is colorless, expensive, and slow. And while it might sound like all hope is lost, there is something you can do to change it. And if enough of us do that, we just might be able to return to the glory days. Modern American fast food buildings are the perfect representation of the soul that's been sucked out of the industry.
True.
What used to be these creative architectural
I ain't gonna lie, that look
farmhouses
cool
have
as hell.
transformed into sterile gray boxes that are severely lacking identity. Some of them kind of look like modern homes, some of them look like banks, some of them just look like corporate offices. But when you remove the logo, you genuinely could not tell what restaurant it was. Compare that to what this architectural illustrator posted on Reddit. Even without the
Wait,
logos,
is that Checkers or Steak and Shake? It's one of them. Hey, y'all eat Sonic?
still tell which building belongs to each fast food brand. Or can you? I'll see if in the comments one of you gets all 12 correct. Early Taco Bell locations were designed to evoke the look and feel of
Whoa, that's cool.
Mexican-style architecture. The original buildings featured stucco walls, red clay tile roofs, exposed wooden beams, and arched entryways. Now, you get a gray box with a modern purple LED light. Pizza Hut's red roof became such an iconic part of their design that now when a new business takes over the building and attempts to redesign, everyone knows it used to be a Pizza Hut. But today's Pizza Hut? Yep, another gray box. McDonald's used to have these big glowing arches you could see from a mile away.
I ain't gonna lie, they look
Find out that there are
nostalgic as
still a
hell.
few locations that maintain that 1960s vintage look. Take this Bloomington, Minnesota location for example. It still has the massive arches on each side, the red and white striped bricks around the edges, and red outline gives it this cartoonish but welcoming vibe. But sometime in 2023, they decided to get rid of all that charm and paint it gray. During McDonald's nationwide boom in the 1970s, they made a major rebrand to build
I ain't gonna
locations
lie. Most McDonald's I see now, they don't have the brick shit, but like they roof mostly be like that. I'm not gonna lie.
The red mansard roofs with the yellow accents that were supposed to resemble French fries is what most people remember visiting throughout their childhood. There are still a few locations out there that haven't been modernized. This one in Dunedin, Florida looks absolutely beautiful with the palm trees and the bright blue sky. Or check out this stunning Durham, North Carolina location. This photo was taken in 2021, but it looks like we took a time machine back to 1993. Sadly, this one was also painted entirely gray in 2024.
Damn.
Even this location outside of Disney World looked like a theme park of its own. And I'm sad to admit that this creative masterpiece has been replaced by what looks like a corporate
Bro,
headquarters.
what the fuck is that? It look like a bunch of a bunch of warehouse pallets just on the fucking side of the building, bro. That shit ugly as hell.
Main reasons behind the gray box trend is that it's a
Yeah,
safer,
I ain't gonna
smaller.
lie. This what my McDonald's look like right now, fool. This bitch right here. I ain't gonna lie. Crazy thing is, the middle school in my hometown, y'all not gonna believe me. That bitch is all gray. Like I can't. It's gonna take so much time to find a picture, but like I'm gonna take a picture this weekend, fool, and I'm gonna show y'all. Like that bitch look like a prison. Like so, like the campus is like a high school. No, like some campus had a high school, middle school. We got a good ass high school, and the middle school look like a fucking jail. Like I ain't even gonna lie.
Real estate investment. This strategy leans heavily on modular construction and
Who the fuck
prefab
eat
standardized
Hardee's?
architecture. When a previous brand needed a very specific build out, which usually came down to their custom roofs, it just costs more. And in a way, they're also preparing for their imminent failure because these vague buildings can be transformed into just about any other business. In New Jersey, this Wendy's was transformed into a Burger King. In Missouri, this old Burger King was turned into a Wendy's. This former Taco Bell KFC
Hey, I've been
combo
seeing
was
it.
turned
I've been seeing this shit a lot, bro, and it be like the most disturbing ass combos. I didn't see a Starbucks and a KFC. I didn't see a Taco Bell and a Popeyes. I didn't see a pizza place and a Chipotle. Like,
to a local pharmacy, and this former Arby's is now a local pizzeria. And to no surprise at all, the local pizzeria made a more charming and visually interesting design. Now, my favorite is when chains actually do the opposite of this, when they repurpose an old building, like this old bank in Wilmington, North Carolina that was transformed into a Dunkin' Donuts. It's undeniably smarter and probably more sustainable to build buildings that can outlive the brand inside them, which will in turn reduce waste and provide opportunity to future businesses. But there's just something sad about it too. Each restaurant lost all its character. But it's not just the exterior that lost its character.
I'm
The
not.
interior is where
Nah.
many of these places thrived. Stepping inside used to feel like entering a little world of its own. Taco Bell had these purple and teal Art Deco
Damn,
chairs,
for real?
textured wall tiles, and neon squiggles that felt like walking through a 90s arcade. People today
Damn, bro. I feel like I should be watching this video. I don't remember none of this shit. Like the Taco Bell I got today is the Taco Bell I know. Like, hey, I hate being a part of the YNs.
call this tacky, and they might not be wrong, but damn, it has an identity. But before we dive deeper, the other day I wasted hours trying to cancel all those subscriptions I forgot about. Luckily, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help.
Hey, go fuck
Money
with
is an
Rocket Money,
all-in-one
bro.
personal finance app that helps you cancel
Know what I'm
subscriptions,
saying?
lower bills, paneled walls, stained glass lamps hanging above every table, plush burgundy booths, and soft yellow lighting that made it feel more like a cozy living room than a fast food joint. And these sunrooms? Dude, these sunrooms absolutely ripped. Pizza Hut felt like a legit sit-down restaurant with thick carpeting.
I ain't gonna lie. Pizza Hut used to be a vibe, bro. Oh, I ain't ate Pizza Hut buffet in so long, fool. I ain't gonna lie, fool. Only thing I like about Pizza Hut is them hard ass bacon bits. Like, you know how you got the real bacon bits and you got the hard ass bacon bit like you chewing on rocks. But that's the only complaint I had. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Those
That
iconic
shit
Tiffany
smack.
style lamps that turned every
And hold on, the cinnamon pizza. Oh my god. Now cinnamon pizza was that was pizza in. Wasn't it? Oh, they both probably had cinnamon pizza. I
into
don't
a
know.
dimly lit occasion. McDonald's had burger seats. Look at these burger seats. Are they a little terrifying? Sure, but I think we can all agree that we want them back. And when management started encouraging a more kid-friendly atmosphere, almost every franchisee built massive playgrounds and indoor sets packed with massive tubes, nets, and ball pits to play in while the adults
I ain't gonna lie,
got
them
to enjoy
jokes used to
their
be
meal.
fun.
However, for years, McDonald's had been dealing with injury lawsuits where kids hurt themselves climbing around rope ladders and monkey bars. In a 5-year span alone from 1986 to 1991, 1,500 injury claims were people filed against McDonald's when kids fell off their equipment or got trapped in one of their structures. Hundreds, if not thousands of injuries went unreported, and not to mention the sanitation concerns. Even as a kid, I knew those things were filthy. Some places have still tried to hang on to that old school charm well into the 2020s. I found this 1950s retro diner-inspired McDonald's location in Williamsburg, Virginia. They have a whole-ass 1957 Chevy on the inside just parked in the middle of the restaurant. This beautiful time capsule location was, you guessed it, grayed out and turned into another modernized cafeteria a few years ago. A location in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn was redesigned to a 1980s theme for a Marvel movie, and to no surprise at all, everyone loves it. And even though it still doesn't look like a true time capsule, it's just enough retro and modern combined to give the place a lot more soul. And if you're watching this and you have a fast food location near you that still has some old school charm, drop it in the comments because I want to see. But the blueprint for the modern fast food gray box, the minimalism, the neutral tone textured wallpaper, the IKEA chairs that hurt to sit in, the inoffensive abstract art, the dim industrial lighting, it can all be blamed on Chipotle. Chipotle's early 2000s expansion marked a turning point in the fast food industry. Their concept was...
Hot take. Moe's is better than Chipotle. Hey, I'm just saying. Moe's is better than Chipotle. Chipotle is just fucking bland, bro. It's the same thing as Moe's, but with no season. If you go to Moe's and Chipotle and you can look me with a straight face and tell me Chipotle is better, something wrong with your ass. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like Chipotle be bland as fuck, bro. No season on the steak, no season. Man, hell nah.
Fast casual.
Give me
you
some
still got
Moe's.
your food quickly, but the experience felt more elevated. The menu was simple, the ingredients were marketed as
shit look
fresher, and
nasty.
the interiors ditched the kid-friendly chaos in favor of something more modern. Because of this, they were able to charge a higher price, and teenagers, college kids, and young professionals were more than willing to pay. But they weren't just paying for vibes. Those 2010s Chipotle burritos were massive. You used to get at least 2 servings of food for one price, which made it comparable to 2 fast food trips. Chipotle's success came at a time when McDonald's and other giants were on a rapid decline. In 2003, McDonald's stock price fell to a 9-year low, and in Q4 of 2023 was the first net loss in profits they ever had, losing $344 million. Public pressure around junk food intensified during this period. The Super Size Me documentary further tarnished the company's brand. The doc followed Morgan Spurlock, who ate at McDonald's restaurants 3 times a day every day for a month, consuming every item on the chain's menu at least once. At the end of the experiment, the 32-year-old had gained 24.5 pounds, 13% body mass increase, increased his cholesterol to dangerous levels, and became the proof the media needed to paint fast food as the face of America's obesity crisis. So while McDonald's scrambled to repair its image, Chipotle was thriving, offering a cleaner, simpler, healthier experience that looked and felt like the opposite of everything fast food had become. In response, McDonald's started the Forever Young campaign to transform the playground feel into a cafe-style space. What resulted was a push for a more contemporary...
I'm sorry, bro. McDonald's could never be healthy food. Like, if y'all ever just like had a McDonald's burger or some food from McDonald's and you just lift it out, like, and just see how that shit smell like the next day, like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. The most I eat from McDonald's is some French fries. I ain't gonna lie, I don't eat fast food burgers. I don't eat McDonald's chicken nuggets because that shit barely be cooked. I ain't gonna lie. That shit be making me mad as fuck. Once again, I'm not gonna lie. Because, like, bro, that shit be nasty as hell, fool. French fries with a McFlurry, fool. That's all I'm eating. That's it. I'm not eating no chicken nuggets, no burgers, no chicken. No.
Terracotta, olive, and gray colors paired with wooden furniture. Of course, other fast food restaurants saw this change and followed suit. I also believe that the success of Starbucks and maybe even the Apple Store had a big impact on the aesthetics of fast food chains. Starbucks proved that people would pay a premium price to hang around in a space that felt upscale. And Apple taught the entire retail world that an ultra-minimalist design could signal trust and quality. Today, seemingly every fast food chain chain takes a little bit of inspiration from Chipotle, Starbucks, and the Apple Store, which has majorly contributed to them losing what made them special in the first place. Fast food restaurants were meant to be bold, fun, and kid-friendly, or even calm and cozy sit-downs for the family. But designers Lynn Rosenbaum and Michael Muchoff told the YouTube channel Cheddar that the design choices are nothing more than a marketing tactic.
We have to be perceived as new and fresh and offering food that is new and fresh. What has changed within
Oh my
restaurant
God,
community
bro.
as us on the outside?
Bro, the OG Wendy's, fool. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Wendy's is the only place I eat chicken nuggets from. I'm not gonna lie. It's because of they breading, bro. Like Wendy's, like when you get chicken nuggets from Wendy's, the bread itself make them bitches feel done. When you get chicken nuggets from McDonald's, man, I'm just sorry, man. McDonald's chicken nuggets is just played out, bro. Like if you ain't a little kid, bro, them hoes not good to you. If you a grown ass man eating some McDonald's chicken nuggets, fool, I'm sorry. I look at you different. Them hoes nasty, fool. Like, get your ass a nasty ass burger, bro. You know, undone ass chicken nuggets.
Easiest way to do that is through architecture and interior design.
How can we make it look healthier, but not actually make it healthier? That's basically the gist. I don't think any logical person is expecting fast food to be healthy, but the risk used to be worth the reward. Because beyond the building design and modern branding, it seems like they aren't even trying to make the food look or taste good anymore. The burgers aren't even close to as advertised, with buns flat as a pancake and lettuce that looks like it was left out all night. Places like KFC refuse to change the oil in their fryers.
Man, what?
Chicken anymore, and those so-called crispy fries you ordered look like they were defrosted, placed under a heat lamp, and served without anyone noticing they missed a crucial step. Even legendary YouTuber The Report of the Week, who has spent the past decade reviewing fast food menu items, just about had a meltdown over the decline in quality and service across every big chain in the US after countless bad experiences in 2023.
Instances not as bad as this, but where there have been problems with my order, with the quality. It's just elapsing more and more, and it's not just Culver's. It's every place. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, you name it. There have been so many places, and I'm sure you've noticed this, that I've reviewed in the last couple years, where the food has just been awful. It's quite frankly disgusting. I hate when this happens, and what bothers me even more is when it's becoming more and more of the norm. When I'm trying out these sorts of items.
I'm sorry. But what bothers me even more.
Time and again, it's some burnt piece of garbage. It's some just vile slop, for lack of a better word. And it's getting to the point now where pretty much every other item that I review is just, it's disgusting in some way or another. Or it's just so overpriced that it might be alright, but it's like you're burning your money. What's even the point?
But even if fast food companies lost the fun, lost the undeniable guilty pleasure taste, at least it's still cheap, right? Nope. Chick-fil-A, Arby's, Wendy's, Jimmy John's, Chipotle, Taco Bell, Popeyes, and McDonald's all raised their prices by 55 to 100% between 2014 and 2024. Most of us can remember a time where $5 could fill you up at most restaurants. Maybe you'd snag a couple of grillers or a fill-up box from Taco Bell.
Is the $5 biggie bag still $5? Because I could have swear I thought they just was like a $6 biggie bag now. Now, y'all remember what a 4 for 4? What 4 for 4 used to get y'all ass a lot? No, it was a $4 bag from Wendy's. Wasn't it just the original 4 for 4? It might have been. I don't know. Shit. Don't ask me.
A McDouble, McChicken, and fries, a famous bowl from KFC, and even if you wanted to get full meals, you'd still spend less than $10. What I found shocking is that Columbus, Ohio has the most affordable fast food in the country, but meals still cost $10 on average. Most cities average $12 to $13 for a fast food meal, and I can say with certainty, at least where I live, that there are plenty of local restaurants serving way better food for $13. Some McDonald's locations were charging as high as $18 for a Big Mac meal. In 2024, the McDonald's president Joe Erlinger attempted to address many of the concerns that Americans had with McDonald's prices significantly rising. What's funny is that they made this graphic that claims to debunk a bunch of myths, while claiming that the facts state that they have only raised their prices by 20 to 40% since 2019. Like, they put this obnoxious claim as a myth. McDonald's medium fries increased by 138%, just to attempt to soften the blow when they say that the fact is that the average price of a medium fries was a 44%.
I ain't gonna lie, if you gotta do all that
like,
for
we're
it, it
supposed
just
to be like,
proves.
oh, only a 44% increase for fries that are soggy, cold, and take 20 minutes to get? Ah, that's so much better than 138%. The reality is that fast food has entirely changed its value proposition to customers in America. It's no longer about being cheap, it's about being lazy. A professor of marketing at Johns Hopkins said, "These chains are not charity organizations. They are not trying to serve cheap food to people who are complaining about high prices. They're trying to get people who have either stopped going to the store or never went there." I suspect the value pricing approach is working for McDonald's. Okay. So, they killed the vibes, ruined the taste, charge way too much money. Is it at least still fast? Well, kinda. The speed of service has drastically decreased as Americans become more dependent on the drive-thru. America runs on urgency. Our cities are built to drive around, not
Damn,
stop and
that
hang
traffic
out in.
is
Our work
crazy.
weeks are packed, our commutes are long, and our breaks are short. Everything in our culture tells us to move faster, work more, and consume more. So we designed an entire meal experience around not having to stop moving. Pull up in your car, order before you speak to a person, get your food in a brown bag, and don't even look inside until you're already merging onto the highway, and stuff the fries down your throat with one hand while the other is on the wheel. Drive-thrus aren't about convenience. They're a survival mechanism for a society that doesn't have time to sit down. But now even that convenience is starting to collapse. What used to be a 3 to 5 minute pit stop has turned into a 15+ minute wait behind a line of frustrated drivers. Even
I ain't gonna lie, if you want some McDonald's, you might as well get ready for that 30-minute wait. Like, man, and don't let you be in the big city and want some Chick-fil-A. Well, Chick-fil-A gonna get you through the line, but you still be in that bit for 30 minutes. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you go through a drive-through, minimum 30 minutes. Depends on where you located at. Small town, 15. Big city, 30 minutes to an hour.
in and out are
Exactly
facing
like that.
major problems with lines that literally cause traffic on the highways next to them. Pretty much every Chick-fil-A I've ever been to around lunchtime has 2 rows of 20+ cars bumper to bumper.
fool.
Many locations are trying to combat these frustrating wait times by having staff walk around with iPads so you can get that somewhat satisfaction that your order is being taken care of, but it doesn't make the food come out any faster. Now, you might think that removing drive-thrus in some locations or incentivizing walk-ins would somehow speed things up, but fast food restaurants have done their homework. Research shows that 47% of US consumers would simply avoid going to a store that doesn't have a drive-thru, and twice as many people prefer using the drive-thru to going in store. And that's because of the American go 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 culture, as well as us not prioritizing eating as a meaningful experience.
Let's get deep real quick. I ain't gonna lie. What y'all think the culture gonna be like once AI get established? Cause I ain't gonna lie. Cause he making me think like we already some lazy motherfuckers. Like just imagine when robots take over and we really don't gotta do shit. Like damn fool. Hey, y'all better get with the program. You know what I'm saying? It's called natural selection. Some of y'all wanna go get left behind.
Just another task to check off the list. Meals in other countries are a cultural staple, a time to slow down, talk, share, and connect. Americans treat eating as something you do out of necessity between meetings, in traffic, or while staring at your phone.
True.
And I'm talking to you, who's literally eating a meal while watching this right now. The obsession with quick service, combined with fast food's obsession with margins, is slowly turning these restaurants into massive robotic garages, like this concept released by Taco Bell in 2022 for their new vision for making service easier than ever before, or the new designs Chick-fil-A is rolling out that prioritize quick service, or Jimmy John's cutting down the size of their restaurant to resemble more of a studio apartment. To make it even more streamlined, restaurants are releasing AI menu stands that replace human staff members, and the responses have been mixed, with some customers praising the decision and others arguing this is one step further in the wrong direction. So correct orders and no more attitudes for no reason? More jobs with human contact are going away. With fast food restaurants doing everything they can to make service seamless and Americans demanding even more convenience, how far away are we from a robotic arm extending from a building and just dumping the food right into our mouths? But as grim as the future looks, there is a way to fight this. There is a way to demand change, get better quality food, better prices, better speeds, and an all-around better experience. The solution is quite simple, and it's being implemented all over the world. Fast food is better outside of America, not just by opinion, but by design. Many nations have stricter regulations on food quality, preservatives, and sourcing in places.
Hey, y'all heard about the dye shit? That like half our dyes are not good for us or some stuff like that. Like the dyes that are allowed here are not allowed in Canada or like in other countries. Like I find it like that's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
France or Germany, the ingredients are often fresher, the portions are more balanced, and the presentation is far more respectful of the dining experience. But this change didn't necessarily happen out of respect, it was by force. Like in France, when 5 activist farmers tore down a McDonald's that was being built in the southern town of Malau in August 1999. They handed out Roquefort cheese at the protest, which they said was to denounce US import restrictions and hormone-treated beef. But this was a calculated attack. In that same week, French farmers dumped 6 tons of manure on a McDonald's restaurant in Arles. This was a symbol of resistance against American food imperialism and the spread of unhealthy, standardized meals. And it wasn't just about the food, they were defending culture, agriculture, and tradition. And it worked. French consumers began demanding locally sourced ingredients, and McDonald's responded. Today, around 75% of the food served in McDonald's France is sourced domestically. Now, this doesn't mean go and destroy your local McDonald's, but it is proof that a protest goes a long way. Also, McDonald's Europe became the first food service retailer in many markets to sell Marine Stewardship Council certified sustainable fish. The MSC is widely considered the gold standard certification for sustainable wild-caught seafood. Because if they did not meet these standards, then European countries would simply not allow them to serve fish. In India, they mostly don't serve beef or pork items due to religious values held by the citizens. In China, they serve taro pies. Taro is a plant native to Southeast Asia whose roots and leaves are used for food in this region. In Saudi Arabia, 100% of their menu must be halal. Therefore, all products served at McDonald's restaurants are inspected and approved by local authorities.
Damn, I wish we had shit like this, bro.
At the countries of export. The point is, McDonald's and other fast food restaurants will abide by socio-cultural, religious, food preferences, and environmental factors, or they will simply not be allowed to serve food in that country. And they might even complement the country with a vibey atmosphere. They'll serve food in decommissioned planes in New Zealand, a colorful building pagoda in China, or a ski up in Sweden. The end result, better service, better food, better vibes, and customers who treat eating as something worth sitting down for. All of these point to the fact that fast food restaurants can still be colorful, fun, cheap, and have the best quality food available for their meals. It's just that they only change when people finally start to walk away. This is not the answer you want, but it is the truth. Sure, the buildings are gray and bland. Sure, the service is slow. Sure, the food doesn't taste as good, and corporate greed is driving up the price. But you can protest. You can just stop going, and they will be forced to resort back to the things that made these restaurants special in the first place. But until most of us refuse to order from these fast food restaurants, then nothing is going to change.
So basically, they need some little character. Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with the video though. Know what I'm saying? W Patrick. I appreciate y'all watching, know what I'm saying? Stay blessed, stay safe.
Get that paper, told that Glock, that's how we live. Yeah, my life's a game, I pray I don't get killed. They can't believe I got the guap, this shit for real.